What up, YouTube? Welcome back to the vlog. As promised, I'm giving you guys an let me go and turn off the key. Updated on what's happening with the truck at the moment. What we doing to it, we did do some work to it now. As a matter of fact, we're doing some work to it right now. I'll explain that a little later. But so, why is it still on? Why is that? Oh, there it is. Okay, thank you. Anyway, so we did some work to it. So I did do the air filter, right? It's been almost 100,000 since we put that filter in there. And then we're also gonna do the fuel water separator. Also, I did flush this system out. The steering was getting a little hard, so I changed the filter. If some of you don't know, there's a filter inside that, okay? So I changed the filter on that and changed the oil, but I am having a little bit of an issue with the leak right there, so we're gonna fix that. Also having a little bit more leak. She's getting old, man. She's got like 720,000 miles, so she is getting pretty old. Little leak on one of my coolant pipes right there that's going into from the EGR into the water pump housing. So we're gonna have to address that issue as well. So anyway, so this is where I keep all of my chains, right? But since we had to get through there, so I went ahead and inspect the chains as well. You gotta remember, guys, our truck may not be the best looking out here on the road. Our setup may not be the best looking out here on the road, but one thing I can tell you, we're probably one of the safest out here on the road. The reason why I say that, because you have to make sure that all your equipment is up to standard, man. Like, I actually had to change a lot of these because, like, some of them get like that, right? Over time when they get banged up and things like that and they get worn out, it's best to just go ahead and replace them, You get inspected by the DOT, these, like, oh, right there. I left that on purposely on like that just so you see what I'm talking about. That's right there. That's no longer good, I mean, there's not like really fine print on how it needs to be as far as like a cotter pin, but the purpose of a cotter pin, is to stop. You're supposed to have two, right? That stops it from moving out, right? But that's like one of those verbiage that could get you in trouble, right? I mean, like, if you find the right DOT, they definitely can write you up for that, and basically you could probably fight it, but you might win it in the end. But at the same time, you lost some time, you know what I mean? So it's best to just keep them up to standard, Anyway, that's what I'm doing right now. So since I pulled out all the chains, right, went ahead and inspect everything and put everything to standard. I think there were some people that were asking me, how many chains am I carrying? Actually, that's a 20-foot, right? So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Then I got two more inside that are still in the box, haven't been opened. So these ones are 10-footer. I actually lost one of these. As soon as I bought them, I didn't even get to use them yet. I lost one already. But anyway, I got 3 of 10-footers. So I'm probably going to cut one of my chains and make more 10-footers, or maybe 2 of my chains and make more 10-footers, because I feel like when you're hauling equipment, 10-footers are so important, okay? So let's talk about what's going on in here, right? All right. So this part, this is the blend door actuator, okay? Now, this part right here it hooks to this, right? It's what controls your temperature from really hot to really cold, okay? I've been having a lot of issues with it. As a matter of fact, that's why I haven't rolled last week all week, or this previous week, because of this. I've been lazy, man. I've been lazy to try to fix the damn thing. But anyway, so that's what that is. Because the reason why I haven't been going out with it, because it's winter time, right? And when that temperature changes, you need that freaking defrost, or else you're gonna fogged up real fast in there, So, and plus, what was it, last week or a couple weeks ago? Yeah, a couple weeks ago. Remember, we went up to Nevada, doing some runs in the Nevada area, and boy, I tell you, it got really freaking cold. I turned on the heat in the back, but it wasn't enough. So anyway, so here's what I'm doing, right? I was like, I have a feeling this is the main culprit, right? And it is, okay? So what it's doing, it's getting stuck. So right here, hold on one second. Put you guys down. I'll show you. So, like, where's my little thing? So like right here, you see this little part right here? What I came up with a conclusion is that this right here, you see how it pushes out like that? So that, I think that's what's happening. So this part right here actually needs to be forward more. This part that's stopping it from moving forward. But I believe when you have all of that together, right, it's gonna stop it from moving. But if like it's trying to calibrate itself, see what it is once you get power in it, it's going to calibrate itself and find a spot where it stops, right? Because like it goes into the blend door. This is just the actuator. The actual blend door itself is this part right here. This is the blend door. That's where it goes in, and then it goes this way or that way. You know what I mean? So it's like it's got a range. It's like a 90-degree range. So that's where it stopped. It what you would call it? It blows out hot air or cold air depending on where you have it switch. Okay, so that's where this little piece go. There you go. That little piece go. Anyway, I think what's happening is the blend door, or not the blend door, but the motor itself gets itself stuck when it goes out of range, because like, you know, some of these parts probably get worn out, right? So like specifically this part right here. So I think that's what's happening. Did you know that this thing costs, I think it's like about $200, which is insane, man. It's so insane, right? Anyway, I'm gonna put it back together, and then I'm gonna see. I believe that's what's happening, is that little thing, it's really easy to put it back together. The motor is working, you know, I pump power to it. It works just fine. Okay. So, okay. And I think like I said, I think what's happening is I'm going to go ahead and plug it all the way. I should have lined up that motor before I done it. So there's like a little arrow right here. See this part right here? This part needs to be on that arrow, on that little arrow right there. Okay, so put it back on there. Put it back the way it needs to be, right? You see how that arrow points to that, that lines up to that. I just figured that's how it's supposed to go, okay? I don't know specifically that's how it goes, but when I pulled it out to begin with, it was out of alignment, you know, so I don't know. So like you put it in, right? You see how I'm barely gonna push that over to line it up. Boom, it lines up. Let's turn on the key, see what it. Okay, so I can feel it. It's doing something right here. So I think it just aligned itself right there. It did calibrated itself, I mean. So let's turn on. There you go. I got it on the heat right now. I don't like that sound it's making, really. Okay. Yeah, I think that thing is. I think it's still trying to calibrate itself. It's gonna go through the range of motion a couple of times, and then once it finds that sweet spot, hey, maybe she's not. Maybe it's just completely messed up. All right, let me go start it up. Oh, okay. Okay. I got it on the heat right now. Just turn on the AC. Okay, I'm feeling it kicking in. Now, let's go all the way to the left, or I mean to the heat. See if it's gonna change it. There you go. I felt it. It cut off the air, so I think there's just something wrong with our motor. I should just leave it alone, right? So he just cut off the air completely. That's probably the other actuator, right? He's trying to communicate with this actuator, telling it, hey, we need to go to the heat. But I think the motor is just shot. Yeah. It's just completely shot. So here you go again. So it did it again. Look, like if you see, it goes out of that track. There's a little track right here where there's a little slot that this little piece goes in there, right? I'm gonna turn it, and then this piece will go into that, and you push it in, and boom. That's how it's supposed to be. I don't know why that's designed that way. It's so crazy. So check it out. We did some backward stuff to it, right? I'm just experimenting with it, really. So now, when I'm spinning it, this thing is not moving up and down. So I put a piece of paper just to stop it right there. Let's go check it out. I'm about to find a fix to it. Maybe there was supposed to be some kind of piece on there. It looks like somebody actually had opened it previously. Just the way it looks, the way bolts are in here and things like that. So maybe there was supposed to be a piece in there that it fell off. I don't know. Yeah, it's freaking working, man. It's crazy. So it's like a little piece of paper, really. A little piece of paper fix the freaking. I think that's a like 180, 170, $180 item, man. Let's put it on the AC side. AC should kick in. Yep. AC kicks in. Let's go to the hot side. Hot, no problem. Let's put it on auto. It should push it up higher as far as like air wise, right? Let's go to put it on 60 on auto. Yep, freaking changes. Sure is. Son of a gun. So that was the problem the whole time. Oh, I heard something there. Kidding me, right? A little piece of paper. Stuck a little piece of paper in there, and it fixed the doggone thing. So there was a problem with that to begin with, right? Kidding me. Let's go back to the heat. There it is. It's freaking working. It's freaking working. See, the reason why I haven't been messing with it, really, it's been really cold. That's why. So that's why I haven't been messing with it. But it's just amazing that a little piece of plastic, just fixes your problems, all your problems, instead of spending $180 or whatever. I mean, technically, you want to replace it, right? I guess that's part. Like, I think what's happening is like what they're doing there is like the gears, as the gears wear out, that's what it does. It was giving that that space in between, those gears. So yeah, that's probably what's happening. So when they're brand new, I bet you they're more tighter in there. So the material is probably just wearing out, you know, the plastic in there or whatever. I don't know. But all I know is freaking working now. Since I got that thing rolling, it's already nighttime. It's crazy how fast time go by. So I was having another issue with the trailer. Look at how dirty that freaking wheel is. Better go get her washed up, man. But the trailer, right? Remember I was telling you guys, like when I have, if I don't know if you remember correctly, but when I have that closed off, right? Those lines under there are dragging. Like they get low to the ground. Like I'm talking like that much. So I bought a spring for it actually, but I just, like, once again, haven't had a chance to put them on. So that's all. But I still got to do that. But anyway, one of the lines already drug, and it was like I already got like 2 patches on that whole system. Like, you know, it's 6 months old and already got 2 patches on that. You know what I mean? Like a 2 splice on it. So, but yeah, basically, we're just trying to get her ready to be back on the road. I mean, she's ready for the road, you know. I just don't want to deal with no headaches while I'm out there on the road. I already changed the stinking water separator. Got to do the oil change on it. I mean, it's a little early for the oil change, but I'm gonna do it anyway. So, she's ready. Actually, we got our new IFTA tags. Oh, I gotta do the freaking whatchamacallit, the annual, DOT annual on it. I'm just gonna fill out the form. The truck is good, man. I inspect this thing constantly. Anyway, that's the end of this video. Basically just doing an update on, you know, where we at as far as, you know, everything else of the truck. So I think the truck's, it's all still well put together. We just got to go to work, man. Our next video is gonna be about the load board. It's so crazy, man. The rates that they're offering out here right now, it's so insanity, like pure freaking insanity. It's like, why are people even taking these rates, you know? Anyway, that's the end of the video. We will see y'all in the next video.